Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Nkenna. I am responsible for all of this going on here. Today, as you guys can tell from the title, I'm doing a Q&A video. It's been a couple months since I've done one. But yeah, so by the time you guys are seeing this, the giveaway is already over. However, I asked you guys to submit questions for a Q&A video and I got a good number of responses. So if you guys see me looking over to the side, I'm looking at my laptop over here. So that's what's going on. I'm not just being like some weirdo and like, you know what I mean, like looking off into the distance. The first question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What would you tell your 22-year-old self? So I believe I answered this on the last one, but I think that was last school year. So in 5 years, I would be, it's June now, June going in almost July. So I would be graduating from med school. Hopefully, like assuming I'm matriculate into the fall 2018 class, then yeah, I would be graduating from med school in 5 years and I would be getting ready to start residency. Something that I would tell my 22-year-old self. So last Monday I turned 24, which is really crazy. I didn't turn 22 until right after I graduated. It was like 3 weeks after I graduated from undergrad. But I know during that time period, I was just kind of like, what am I doing with my life? And I was really stressing out. A lot of my friends were starting med school and I was just kind of comparing myself and I was thinking maybe I should have, you know, like switched my major earlier, or like why didn't I figure it out like right off the bat, or you know, just things like that. Like I was like, I'm just now starting my prereqs and all these other things. So I would honestly just tell myself like not to compare myself to other people. Other people have different circumstances and not everybody is going through what you're going through. So just not compare. Everybody is different. I don't know what they had to go through to get there. So just stay motivated, and yeah, that would just stay motivated and learn how to tune the excess noise out. Also, when I was 22, I just started working retail. I probably would have told myself not to do that, or not to befriend my coworkers at that point. But you know, hindsight is 2020, so whatever. I don't know what that was. The second question was, how do you continue to balance your real life and your social media life successfully? So honestly, it's been a lot easier in these last few months, especially with YouTube and their new like algorithm and having to click the bell button to get notifications from certain people. I've just noticed that like my views have declined. People have not been subscribing as much as they used to. And there was even a period of time when like lots of people were unsubscribing. Like I was hemorrhaging subscribers. So it just kind of like put it into perspective for me. It was like, this is not it. Like YouTube is not the end game. And I always knew that like from the beginning. I was like, this isn't the end game. Like it's a hobby, it's fun, but at the end of the day, I still want to go to med school. I still want to be a physician. And you know what I mean? Like this has just always been like something for fun, something hobby. Like I know some people like see it as a business, and I know it is a business. However, I don't see it as like, if I don't do YouTube, then I'm not going to get paid. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent or pay my bills, if that makes any sense. So it's always just kind of been like, you know what I mean? Like I don't even have to think about it. Like when it comes to like, I have to volunteer or I have to, you know, do homework or study or whatever it is. Like I always put that above YouTube, and that, you know what I mean? Like if I don't have the time for it, I don't have the time for YouTube. So that's why you guys maybe notice like there are periods of time where like I will upload every single day, or I'll upload 3 times a week. And then there'll be some times where I don't upload at all that week. And I simply can't do it, and I'm not going to go out of my way to sacrifice sleep or study time to upload a video. Next question is, what is your favorite hair type or texture of wigs? And I would definitely have to say it's kinky straight. It emulates my hair when it is flat ironed, when it's blow dried. I just think that it looks really natural, and at this point and phase in my life, I only like these silky straight units for like if I'm going on a job interview, which I haven't been on in a year, or if I'm going to some important meeting or something like that. But for the most part, for everyday like errands, filming, whatever it may be, like everyday life, I like kinky straight textured units. Next question says, hey, how did you wear your natural hair when it was shorter? Were you comfortable with the TWA stage? I recently did a big chop and I'm struggling. Last semester I wore a beanie every single day at school. Also, do you have any tips for newly naturals? By the way, I love your channel, keep up the good work. Oh, that's so sweet. I always love those little tidbits at the end. But to break this up into sections, when my hair was shorter, I started going natural my senior year of high school. So when it was shorter, I just wore braids all the time. I would just get box braids I would wear my braids for 2 to 3 months, and then I would take them out, wear my hair out for like 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks to a month, and then I would have my hair out, and then I would get braids again. Sometimes I would even only have it out for like a week and a half, and get braids again. So that's what I did when it was in that TWA stage until I got to a length where I was comfortable. And then at the end of sophomore year, that's when I completely stopped getting box braids and just really started wearing my hair out, because by that time my hair was like right here. So I was like, okay, it's a good length. It's back to where it was when it was relaxed. It's a lot thicker and healthier. So that's what I did until I got to that point. In terms of tips for newly natural, I would definitely say protective styling, making sure that you're staying hydrated. This is the time when you're on those little breaks from getting braids and stuff. You kind of want to experiment with products and see what's working with you. You can't really do like twist outs and stuff when it is in the braids, but when you do have it out and you're letting it breathe and giving your edges a break and all that stuff, then you can definitely try out different things and see what works for your hair. Next question is there one thing that you would do differently in your natural hair journey? What would it be? And I would definitely say my junior year of undergrad, I decided to go to the Paul Mitchell School, and I decided to get blonde highlights and lowlights. And of course it is a hair school. So the girl there did not tell me anything about maintenance for blonde hair. She didn't tell me I needed to get touch-ups or keep up with maintenance of it. My hair started to turn this yellowy orange type of color. It looked really nasty, really trashy, and I just got tired one day and ended up going to Walmart and got Cream of Nature box kit. I had that color in my hair for like a year. I didn't know anything about purple shampoo, and my hair broke off so badly. So my hair grew so much. Like junior year, my hair was past bra strap length, and I was super proud. That was the longest my hair had ever been, the thickest my hair had ever been. And then to this day, I'm still trying to recover. Like my hair just broke off so bad. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have gotten those highlights and lowlights, especially not at a place where there are no professionals. It's just people still learning. And it was only $40, so it's like, it's one of those things where it's like I did it to myself. Also, another major thing would be that I would keep getting protective styling. Honestly, I just kind of stopped getting braids because I used to get like the braiding hair that was curly and wavy, and I just thought that it looked really childish. I was like, I want to be cute, I want to look grown. So I stopped getting box braids for whatever reason. I just thought it made me look a lot younger than I was, and I wanted to look older because I wanted to look cool. So I stopped getting my box braids, and I would have just kept getting protective styling because you know, my hair would have been slanging by now. The next question is, do you feel as though wearing wigs has compromised the health of your hair? Do they put a lot of tension on your edges, for example, or cause any kind of damage? And I personally, I haven't noticed anything. The only thing that I did notice, I just said I haven't noticed anything. There was a time period when I first was really like getting into wigs, and I was using the combs, and you guys will listen to all of my videos, any of my videos, I will say I don't use the combs on wigs anymore. I did at first, and then I realized my edges were thinning on this side, and it was only on this side. So I'm still trying to, you know, my edges are just now growing back in thick and luscious, but there was a period of time where it was legitimately like a bald spot from using the combs. But other than that, all my hair, it's been growing super fast. The shedding has cut down because I've been more regular about my trims, but it hasn't damaged my hair. So definitely I think that wigs have helped improve my hair health. I've noticed that not even that my hair is growing a lot faster, however, I'm retaining a lot more of my length. So whereas in the past I used to be like, I'm only getting trims twice a year, I'm better about getting routine trims every 3 to 4 months, just because I don't feel like all my hair is getting chopped off because I'm retaining a lot more length. Next question is, what career path are you on and what was your major in college? P.S. I love your videos, you're so sweet. My career path, I hope to be a physician. So right now I'm in the process of applying to school, taking my MCAT, all of that jazz. So pray for me. If you are spiritual, just send some prayers up for a young thug. And then what was my major in college? At UGA, I majored in human development and family science. And people are always like, so what do you do with that? You can be a child life specialist, or you can be a marriage and family therapist. And I chose not to do that because my senior year, I took 3 graduate level classes. I found that I just wasn't being challenged. And that was also around the time that I was like, is this really what I want to do? And I was really interested in sports broadcast journalism. I wanted to take some classes, and I just realized I really didn't have the passion or the fire. I know that sounds really cheesy, but like I did not have this passion for any of those things like I do for medicine. Other people were, even junior year when people were starting to apply to grad school programs, I didn't apply to any grad school programs that had to do with that major, because it was like, this isn't it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be wasting money if I go to grad school for this. So I didn't. And I think I've said this before on this channel, like 2 or 3 weeks before graduation, I was like, I think I want to do sports broadcast journalism. And it's funny because people always say on this channel like, oh, you need to be on the radio, or you need to be on the news. And I like to write, and I like that whole aspect of storytelling. I know that sounds really cliche, but I really like that. But it all came back to, I didn't have that passion or that burning desire like I do have for medicine. There are some days that I will go and see the most interesting things when I'm at work, and I will not want to leave. And I've never felt that way about anything. So I just thought, I was like, you know what I mean? Like there are times where I'm like, I just need a sign, or like, tell me, Lord, like, what is it? And it's like with this, it's like, it's a no-brainer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just have such a passion, such a desire to do this and to serve people in this way. And then the last question, I think this is a really, really good question. As a woman of color on YouTube, do you think it's harder to get recognized for the amount of effort you put in? If so, what keeps you motivated? So I will say this, I think I'm gonna definitely do the chit chat video because I think this is a recurring question on the videos. I would have to say that definitely as a woman of color in general, I think it is very difficult to get popular on YouTube. There are certain people that I see, maybe if they're a fair complexion or even like Caucasian people on YouTube, they can start a channel today, and 3 months from now they may have 1 million subscribers. I'm just like, how? Like, they do the same exact thing as you, or they just they can do the same exact thing as you, or they could put less effort in, or they can just post nonsense and their channel blows up. And I think that's one of the things where it's like, I've had to learn not to compare myself to other people, because there are some people that will start their YouTube and in 6 months they have 100,000 subscribers. I'm like, dag son, like, I've been doing this for 5 years. And it's like, especially in the last 6 months with the whole YouTube changing their algorithm, it took me, I think, almost like 4 or 5 months to reach 1,000 subscribers. And it's like, I was averaging before like maybe 1,000 subscribers every 2 months. And it's like, it's not about numbers. Like, I'm glad if I can help people, but it's like, you keep doing something and you want to see a return on it. And it's discouraging when you look at your analytics and you see thousands, tens of thousands of people watching your videos weekly and they're not subscribing. And it's like, what am I doing wrong? I just think like on YouTube, there are a lot of people, this generation makes a lot of people that should not be relevant. And we subscribe to all these things, and everybody loves to see drama pages and people being exposed and just all this crass nonsense. And it's so frustrating, because when I see people who, I'll put an example out there. One of my favorite YouTubers is Cameron Monet. She does wig reviews as well. We're like same age group and everything, and like, she's just a really cool chick. And it's like, I love when I watch her Snapchat and I see her saying like she's doing things for mock trial or doing things for law school. Like, I love that. And I just think like, people like, she works so hard, people like her work so hard, and it's like, there are people that are just out here doing nonsense and they have millions of subscribers and they're just doing all these things and taking it for advantage. And of course, everybody loves to see a good train wreck and they love to see drama, and they make these people relevant and then they won't be watching their channel next week. But I just think it's discouraging that people are out here who are trying to uplift young women and out here trying to get an education and not just rely on YouTube as a paycheck and trying to go on free trips and get free makeup and just look for a quick paycheck. The people who are really here invested in it and doing because they want to influence positive change, I definitely think that it's discouraging. And I think that's why definitely in the last few months I've just taken a step back and I've been like, you know what I mean, like, I'm glad that I can help the few people that I do, but I invest a lot of money into this, and it just sucks, and we live in an age of where people can just go buy subscribers just because they want to be popular. And I just told myself, I was like, it's never that deep for me. I will never buy subscribers for YouTube. It's never going to be that deep. So definitely, I think as a woman of color, it is harder to get recognized by YouTube, for whatever reason it may be. I don't want to make assumptions, and I don't want to jump to conclusions. That's the same thing, or make generalizations, but I definitely think that it is harder as a woman of color, who is not out here doing crass nonsense, or who's not doing drama channels, or who's not out here showing her ass. I just think that it is a lot harder. And it's great to see bigger people like Jackie Aina, Patricia Bright, Shirley Enyang, like all of these people. It's good to see those bigger people with, you know, bigger channels. It's great to see that. But I just think, like, whereas other people of other ethnicities have hundreds of thousands of people with million subscribers, they get millions of subscribers like that, they close their eyes and they wake up with million subscribers. I do think it's discouraging, and I don't know, I want my channel to grow, and I think sometimes it's just like, why, I think to myself, why is it even worth it? Like, why would I even record today? You know, I may only get 200 views. So I say all that to say, in the last few months, I've just been learning how to be more content with, okay, yes, I do have a smaller audience, and I'm grateful for the 7,000 of you that do watch me and do comment and do give me feedback and let me know what you want to see. But I definitely think that it is discouraging, just as a woman of color who's not out here doing nonsense and who's genuinely like trying and working hard and trying to produce quality content. So you guys, that is everything. I know this was a little bit long, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see like a chit-chatty video or more chit-chatty videos or any type of topic, advice, whatever, I have an email down below, but you guys can comment that down below with any topics or whatever you guys want to see. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
It's a full tank in the getaway. So before I break your heart, you should get the